Vines and other short-form videos. Can you actually use them to improve sales? Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Daniel Burstein, Director of Editorial Content at Marketing Sherpa. We're here at the Marketing Sherpa Media Center at IRCE, and I'm joined now by Danny Gavin, VP and Director of Marketing of Brian Gavin Diamonds. Thanks for joining us, Danny.
Thanks for joining us.
So, as we were talking about, Brian Gavin Diamonds, you're the 6th generation in now into the...
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So we started off in Amsterdam, moved down to South Africa, we opened a cutting factory, and then my parents immigrated to Texas in the mid-'80s.
Well, and you've been selling online since the late 90s or so.
Yeah, we originally went online in the late 90s. Cool story. My dad had a friend, professor at U of H, University of Houston, and he came to him one day and he said, hey, there's this thing called HTML. Why can't we, let's use it, put your diamonds online, and we did that. And we got our first sale. It was a lawyer from Chicago, and he's like, I want to buy this. I think it was like a significant value, $20,000. And he said, in order to do this, I need to write up a contract. So it was like a 5-page contract that he had to put together. And he said, the sale was successful, and he said, here's the contract, you guys can use it now for all the rest of your sales.
Oh, very cool. So how did you build the trust on it? Because a diamond is not something we think was an online purchase. Amazon started just selling books. How did you build that trust into the website?
So it's really about education. I guess it helps you come from South Africa as well, right? But it's really about education. It's about personalized service and attention. We really treat every single person like a gem when we're dealing with them. And like what I like to tell people, when you go into a brick and mortar jewelry store, you don't really know what you're going to get. But when you come online, if one of my customers says something horrible or bad about us, our reputation's over. So people have more transparency into our store window than into something else. So it's actually, the logic flips around a little bit.
Very cool. So it sounds like you invest heavily in customer service?
Definitely, that's the key. Our original tagline was Brian Gavin Diamonds, a personalized diamond experience. It's all about personalization.
Okay, let's take a look at some of the latest things you're doing. So with Vines, so you were telling me that you were, a major jewelry magazine listed the top 10 advertising campaigns. Number 1 was Tiffany, number 2, Brian Gavin Diamonds. So what are some of the things that you did to get that highly ranked?
So we're all into innovation and trying to do something different with everything we do, whether it's new product lines. So we saw this opportunity of this platform called Vine. No one in the jewelry industry was really entering that area, and we're like, hey, let's try this out and see what we could do. And that's what we did. So we partnered up with a company, Softway Solutions, and it kind of rocketed us from there.
Okay, so let's talk, so you have 6 million loops from your Vines?
Yeah, so the first Vine that we did actually got a 450,000. Pretty amazing. And since then, it's 6 million loops. And an interesting thing about a loop is, that's one time the Vine goes through, so it's around 6.5 seconds. So your average person will look at a Vine 3 times. So when you're looking at how many people we've touched through this platform in the past almost year, we're dealing with almost 2 million people.
Wow. Let's take a look at some of those Vines as an example of what you can do. So, this time of year, a lot of marketers are probably thinking about their holiday campaigns. Let's take a look at a few holiday campaigns. So the first one here is for Hanukkah, right? And so you want to tell us some of the thinking behind the creative for this?
Sure. So it's, timeliness is really important. And you'll see in all of these Vines, we don't want to oversell. It's more about the light. You can see that we're touching that audience who celebrates Hanukkah. And at the end, we've got our logo. So it's kind of a subtle thing. We don't want to be in people's faces, but it's really fun, and I think anyone could appreciate it.
And you have some key hashtags there. Although I noticed you only have Hanukkah spelled one way in that hashtag.
Well, I guess being an Orthodox rabbi, we're biased to the CH spelling.
Okay, let's take a look at one of the other holiday videos you have here. Oh, Vines. So this one is, you want to tell us a story about this one?
Yeah, sure. So this is really about the urgency of the time leading up to December 25th, to Christmas time. And just, instead of waiting to the last moment, get your gift for your loved one, and hopefully it's from Brian Gavin Diamonds.
Okay, great. And we'll look at one last one. I think this was very Christmas focused.
Yeah, so the beautiful thing here is you can see that it shows, I guess, the happiness, in a way, brings that sentimental of Christmas and getting a wonderful present. And you can see that our brand is just there very slightly, where you can see our name on the box there, but it's not in your face. And that's really what we're trying to do. Entertain people and show some of the soul of Brian Gavin Diamonds.
Okay, what type of results can you attribute to this Vine campaign?
So with Vine campaigns, so on a press PR side, it was amazing. You mentioned the top 10 list, but also we were written up and featured in articles with the best brands in the world, Coke, HP. An unknown company like ours, to get propelled to that level, it's kind of difficult unless you were going to spend $500 million, but we didn't do that. So that's more on the PR and branding side. But when it comes to like hardcore metrics, and everyone wants to know that, what's my ROI using Vine? Well, we were able to attribute, while the rest of the jewelry industry didn't do too hot during 2014 and the beginning of 2015, we were able to see a really good growth in sales. And the key is the direct traffic. On the Vine platform, there aren't really links that you can directly click through, but we did notice that our direct traffic did increase significantly during the time period of really pushing the Vines hard.
Okay, so lastly, let me ask you, when a new technology like Vine comes out, a lot of marketers, a lot of e-commerce companies are a little scared to try something new. Now, a family-run company that's 6 generations old, that would be the company I think would most be scared to try something new, but you guys dove right into it. So what advice could you give to other companies to try things on Vine, or just to try the next breaking marketing tactics?
Well, I think they should have the same perspective as us. These platforms where there's not really that much usage, it gives you the ability to make a name for yourself. So, once it's crowded, I can understand. But if you just, the main thing is, which I learned from one of my mentors, about the fear of failure, right? That fear can't be there, and you just have to push forward. Obviously, everyone has a certain budget which they have to use, and like if you're investing in a stock portfolio, you want to make sure that it's in different areas. But social is huge, and especially something that can propel you to amazing new heights, why not jump on it?
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time, and thank you for watching. That's a lesson for all of us. Hey, take a chance. Try something new, right? And if you're looking for ideas on trying something new, there's a lot of tips and tactics, marketing case studies, and marketing industry data on marketingsherpa.com.